What is up, guys? We are going to be disassembling fully this Hi-Capa. First things first, you gotta take out the magazine, of course. No BBs, no gas. Put that aside. Next, we are going to rack the slide back halfway until this notch lines up with this, and then take out the pin. Set that aside, and take off the slide. Now that we have it set it up like this, we're going to take this and move it over here, because we will be doing that later. Now that it's just the slide, we will first start by compressing the spring, taking out the guide plug, and taking out the entire return assembly. Making sure not to launch this like a ballistic missile into your wall. After we set this aside, we are now going to take out the blowback assembly from the barrel and take out the barrel, inner barrel, and hop-up chamber. Now that this is out, I would take this out, but I don't feel like finicking with this, so we're going to put this with the rest of the gun. Now, in order to take apart the hop-up from the barrel, you must have a small screwdriver and take out this black piece of plastic. Now that this is separated from this, we can take this out. Now that we have this separated from this, I would take apart the hop-up, but I don't want little pieces everywhere, so I'm going to be putting this with the rest of the gun and moving on to the lower. Moving on to the lower, we have to take apart three things: the mag release, this screw, and the upper screw from the grip. For the grip screw, you will be needing a hex or star. Simply unscrew this from the frame. After we have those taken care of, we now have to look over here to take out this screw. You will be needing a small Phillips head. Simply unscrew it. After that is unscrewed, we will now be able to take apart the top from the lower. We will be setting this aside for later. Moving on to the frame. What we're going to do here is we're going to move the safety up past where it's supposed to go and pull. And now this thumb safety is out. We will set this aside and move on to now remove the beaver tail safety. After that's done, you will want to remove this screw, and essentially that's how you get into the housing of the hammer and stuff like that, but I will not be taking this apart because, like with the hop-up, I don't want to lose small pieces, so we're going to move on to the grip. Like I said earlier, we will now have to remove this mag release. You do so by taking a small flathead, like a glasses flathead, and simply pushing in and turning counterclockwise. Now that we have this, we will set this aside for later, moving on to the internals of the grip. To get inside the grip, we will have to use that same little Phillips head to poke this pin out of this grip, doing so like this. Now once you've got the pin out, you will want to pull down on this part. Now we will set this aside because I won't be taking the spring out, but there is a detent in there that keeps the spring and washers inside of here. Moving along, we will take out the sear spring and trigger bar. I will not be taking off the trigger from the trigger bar because that is another small piece that I don't want to lose. And now you know how to fully disassemble a VTech Hi-Capa or any Tokyo Marui Hi-Capa. I will now speed up the footage put it all together. Now that the lower is all put together, I will now put together the upper. And now that I have the upper put together, we will now put the two parts together and finish off this tutorial by holding it and slotting it. And there you go. Now you know how to put together your Tokyo Marui or WeTech Hi-Capa. I hope this helped, and I'll see you all on the next video. Peace.
Leave a like for Satan!